We are starting this the day before because the bread is going to take a while. We are making a focaccia bread. We are going to make, like you saw in the intro, we're going to make pizzas with it. So let's get this started. First, we're doubling this recipe. So 150 grams, this is 300 grams of bread flour. 2 grams of yeast. Now, we are going to whisk this together real quick. Make sure the yeast is evenly distributed into this flour. Now, this is fun for me because, fun because I'm not a baker. It's so precise, and I usually, you know. Anyway, here we go. 180 grams of room temperature water. Mush it with your fingertips till it just gets shaggy. Shaggy and clumpy is what we're looking for. Another reason why baking is frustrating this, but we are committed to the recipe. Watching highlights from the football games last weekend. So, add water, mash together. We're going to get this mashed together as much as we can. And then I will show you the next step. We're just going to cover it. And this is going to ferment for 12 to 18 hours overnight. Apparently this step is called the biga or biga, something like that. And this is the base of the bread, and then or bija maybe, I'm not sure. Now that we got it all basically mixed together, we're gonna cover it, tuck it away for the evening, and let this biga or biga, something like that. We're gonna let it ferment for overnight. Get it as close to an 18-hour ferment as we can. Who hates cling wrap sometimes? Oh my Lanta. Here's the most relatable part of the video. Ha! Okay, there we go. Covered. Put this somewhere where you know it's going to stay around 68 to 72 or so degrees. And we are sticking this way for at least 12 hours. We're going to shoot closer to 18 depending on what time we get rolling tomorrow. Here's what the focaccia dough looks like. That has been about 14 hours of the biga or pre-ferment. Couple more hours, and we will add flour, water, and do another process of folding and waiting to build more gluten. We had our pre-fermented dough, the biga ferment. We are going to half this for now and start our final dough process. We made double in case we need some more. We're going to see what it's all look like when we get it all together. So first, we got to get this out and weigh it up. Got my scale right here. So we can split it in half. Very, very sticky like Play-Doh. Get all of this out of here. Okay. So we were at 470. So we need 235. So let's cut that in half-ish. Put one of these halves back for now. 245. 235. Perfect. So we're going to take this, set this off to the side, cover this back up, and I'll show you the next step. Now, to build the dough, we need 350 grams more of bread flour. So I got my container on my scale, teared it out, so I just have to worry about the 350. I don't have to do any math. 305, 20, 350 grams. 280 grams of warm water. And as that heats up, we will get 25 grams of olive oil preparato. Make sure you're using a good EVOO. 25 grams. And then we'll use 10 grams of fine sea salt. Now we're measuring again. 280 grams of warm water. This is why it's frustrating for me to bake, but good stuff comes from baking, so here we are. 280 grams of warm water. Recommends 85 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So we got a thermometer here. Let's test it. Let's see where we're at. Oh, that says 106. So we'll let that cool a little. Actually, it'll probably cool down enough when we put it in here. So, into the bowl goes our water. Sorry, negative. First goes in our biga ferment. Let me take this, and it says to tear it into little chunks. Let us know if you've ever made focaccia, ever wanted to. If you're a professional making focaccia, get in the comments and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Or what I'm doing right. That'd be cool too. Hope you guys are enjoying this Sunday dinner series. It's been a lot of fun for me and Tony to do. I know that. Get to enjoy some different meals and the time hanging out with friends and family. This last little bit on here. Okay. It's okay if there's some stuff left on your hands because we will be mixing this with our hands. Okay. Water in. The bowl's cold. I'm sure it'll turn it down a little bit. So, and then we just mix this with our hands. Massage the water through it till it becomes all one thing. We're just trying to get it to where this starts breaking up. Yeah, massage the water through the biga until it is breaking up, which it is breaking up now. Probably should put on a dang apron, but here we are. I don't know if you can see it. This is what it's starting to look like now. It's breaking up pretty good. And then next, we will add the rest of this flour, salt, and oil, and we'll get a wooden spoon. Be right back. Now that our biga is all broken up, we're going to add the rest of our flour. 350 grams bread flour. 25 grams olive oil. and 10 grams of salt. It's not very much. So let's see, we'll just do this real quick. 10 grams sea salt. I'm using Celtic gray sea salt. Okay, wooden spoon mix. It's just going to be a giant sticky mass. This is what it's looking like as we're going. Make sure it all gets in there. Now we're going to let this rest for a little bit. Now that we got it all mixed together, we're going to let it rest for about 20-30 minutes. And then we will stretch and fold. Turn, stretch and fold, turn, stretch and fold, turn, stretch and fold about 3 or 4 times. And then we will let it rest for 15 minutes. This is where we're building all the gluten, folks. You build gluten by kneading and resting. So we're going to do the combination of the two. Now we cover it. This is what we got so far. Nice sticky mass. And it says keep this part of it in the warm room to do this. So we got the heater on, a little room heater in the kitchen to keep it a little warmer in here because I don't want the house that hot. And we will see you in a little bit. This is the big pre-ferment dough we got left over. About half of what's in here, what we started with in here. I am going to freeze this and see if I can do this step and then make the focaccia as I need to. So another little experiment going on while we're making focaccia for the first time. Not a good idea? Well, we'll see. Whatever. Okay, we let it rest for 15-20 minutes. Now comes the stretch and fold. We're going to take part of it, stretch it, fold it over itself. Turn it, same thing. Stretch and fold. Stretch, fold, stretch, fold. Cover it. Oh, I hate elastic wrap also. No, we're just going to do it with the towel. How about that? Rest it for 15 minutes. We're setting a timer. Time to fold again. Stretch and fold. Stretch, fold. Stretch, fold. Stretch, fold. Stretch, fold. Repeat 15-minute timer and cover. See you in a minute. Last round of stretching and folding. Hands wet, sorry. I forgot to do that part before. Get your hand wet, it won't stick as much. Lift, fold, turn, stretch, fold, turn, stretch, fold, turn, stretch, whoop, fold, done. Now we're going to let this sit for 2 hours. Again, in a warm room, about 70, 75 degrees. We're going to let this sit for 2 hours. This is the bulk ferment. Hopefully, if we did everything right, we'll get like a 70 to 90% rise increase and it'll be really airy and fluffy. So here we go. See you in a little bit. Okay, folks. Pan, lots of oil. Get it all around. Then we're going to put the dough in here. Press and stretch it to the sides. Get it to fill this pan. Now we're going to let this sit for 45 minutes. Okay, here we are. It didn't rise like we planned or hoped it would, but we're going to roll with it. We're making the pizza from it anyway. So here we go. This one, we are going to put pesto. Oh my gosh. Let's stir this all up. Okay, on this one, first, we're going to put down some Italian sausage crumble. Kind of got this idea from the flatbreads we did last week. We're going to put fresh mozzarella on there. Some spinach pieces. And then finally the pesto. That's what it looks like. We'll get it in the oven, and we are baking at, I believe, 450, 425, 20, 25 minutes or so. I will update you in just a second on what that goes like. Bake 450 for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay. First attempt focaccia pizzas are in the oven. 450, 20 minutes. Probably going to go 25, but we'll check them at 20. All done, folks. There's that pepperoni one. And here's the other one. Let's get some of this boxed up for Tony and fam since they're fighting the plague. Well, since that one's already busted right there, we'll just go ahead and put it right there. All right, we're going to get this over to Tony since they couldn't make it for Sunday dinner. Like I said, fighting some sort of terrible, terrible illness. We'll see you on the drive over. Here's your pizza, sir.
The family might be sick, but I'm never too sick for a buddy beer.
There we go.
Ooh, in the...
Oh.
I'm just going to rip off a piece.
Oh. It came out a little doughy. It didn't rise the way I wanted, and we're going to try a different attack next time.
Hey. Pizza's pizza. It's real good, though. That's definitely garden sauce.
Oh, yeah.
I think you didn't make it. Whoops. I'm going for a walk. Thank you, Johnsy.
No worries.
We really appreciate it. That's what buddies are for.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time.